Good evening. Welcome back to another moment of Gotham by Night. According to some of the more mystical and spiritual of kindred, Clan Deva are known as sirens for a very literal reason. It is thought that long ago there existed a sisterhood of stunning women that draped themselves over the rocks of reefs, singing and beckoning sailors toward them. Through song and seduction, these alluring creatures caused many a shipwreck and plenty of blood to spill into the waters. Times change, however. Sirens are now go-go dancers, and the reef are the clubs. More respectable of the clan place themselves in different positions, but each member of said clan are slave to a similar weakness. Would it ever occur to a siren that there was perhaps a bigger, badder being of allure and temptation? Where did these bewitching talents descend from? Many questions and many possible answers. We find our focus on Mistress Tatiana, who stands within her once thought safe space. Her birds and pets are tended well enough, but their mood is deteriorating. Animals pick up things humans and perhaps other intelligent creatures cannot. They know when shit is about to hit the fan, and that toll the stress takes on their bodies varies. Relocation might be preferable, at least for a small amount of time. As Mistress Tatiana looks into the cage of her beloved pets, a steady knock comes from the entrance door of the establishment. An autumn chill flows through the vents and causes some loose pieces of paper to flutter ever so slightly.
She's going to look towards the people at the club because there are workers, there are some security people currently there,
Mm-hmm.
and she will make a nod gesture to check out who's at the door.
They are doing what they were paid to do, what they're expected to do. They're just going about their business and doing it well. You leave the animals, but you notice that they are troubled, more so than usual. The birds kind of fluff up their feathers, very agitated, and their eyes and I guess their necks as well kind of snap in every kind of direction as if there's a predator nearby. You have been around them enough to know that most predatory supernatural creatures, or in fact, normal humans that have lost quite a bit of what it means to be human. That is to say, psychopaths, sociopaths, people that have lost humanity can elicit such a reaction as well. Um, or maybe it's just another bout of stress that's hit them. I mean, they've been through quite a bit. They don't understand what's going on. But that is what you see. That is what you hear. That is what you experience. But you walk along the floors that are being dusted to the entrance doors, and you see within the glass, or perhaps a silhouette of some kind. Like if the doors do not have glass, then maybe through one of the windows you see a silhouette of a humanoid individual. Looks to be adult, but you can't distinguish any more details apart from that, unless you wish to open the door.
Well, I'm going to send someone else to open the door. I will just go and sit by my booth and check who's going to be there.
Oh, I see. I was mistaken. Then you get it's very easy for you to kind of bring someone over and have them open the door. Um, let's say that it is one of your security people. Which one would you prefer it to be?
Uh, Sorry, which one from the security people?
Yes, which one would you like to have? Like, which one is on duty tonight?
Well, my personal guards are there. Probably Lillian is also there because she's always there, but she's a playing character, so we can't really use her for that.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say either Jared or Caleb.
Let's go with Caleb.
Yeah, probably.
Caleb comes to you um, and asks what it is that you would like from him specifically.
There's someone at the door. It's not one of the usual people coming, so they would have been inside already. Mind check it out? Make sure it's nothing of concern.
Of course, ma'am. Do you want me to lead them to you? Take a message?
Um, Ask who it is and ask them to wait, and I will instruct you afterwards. By the way, do I feel anything in terms of uh, uh, sympathetic connection or anything like that?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, you do. It is a feeling that you know well. Someone whose blood is very sympathetic with yours, though you can't quite put your finger on it. It could be Creed, it could be your sire, it could be uh, any number of people that have the same bloodline.
Well, in that case, I'm going to tell him to whoever it is send them upstairs to my office, and I will go towards my office.
Okay. You ascend into your office, your bird's nest, if you will, though much more tidy. Um, Caleb is dispatched, but as soon as your eyes and your physical organism is up in your personal office, you do not know what is going on downstairs. So you go into your personal office. I'm
Mhm.
assuming it's tidy, it's secure. I'm assuming there's a guard outside the door.
Yes, actually, it has been. It's the first place that has been repaired. It has been made sure that it's secure. There are security sweeps all the time. Yeah,
Mhm.
it has been upgraded. Let's say.
You ascend to where your office is. You see Dalton conversing with one of the security guards, and this is not odd behavior. In the beginning, really not too long ago, Dalton would not. Dalton would rather be anywhere but in your establishment or anywhere near you in specific because the pain was too much too soon. But as you've been helping him, as you've been coaxing him out and nurturing him and doing everything in your power to ease his suffering, like a damaged puppy, he's just beginning to give you a sliver of trust again. He understands that this is not your fault, that this is not something that you could have prevented, because you did not know it was going to happen. But even still, emotion and pain often overrides logic. He's here. He's not hostile toward the guard, but the guard is inquiring as to why he is near the office and not down a level. They're having a back and forth conversation.
So I see him near the office when I ascend the stairs.
Yes.
Okay. Dalton, dear,
Tatiana.
it's good to see you. And she will go and give him a hug.
He tenses up, but he gives you a hug in return. Um, it's nice to see you too. Um, I hope I'm not imposing.
No, don't worry about it. Let's go in my office. And she will look towards the security guard. That will be okay. You shouldn't trouble him.
What was that again?
Uh, she tells the guard that will be okay. You shouldn't trouble him. And she will open
He
the door.
the guard out front gives you a silent, firm nod of understanding, and relaxes somewhat, but not so much as to slack off. You open the door. Everything inside is as you left it last time you were in there, at least so you think. You bring Dalton into your private quarters, and I'm assuming close the door behind you.
Yes.
He walks in. He looks around. He doesn't say anything. He's got those large eyes, cautious, that excitement, that flare of youth, that life that was brimming in him, overflowing with passion. It is now dim and hollow and trapped by a cage of shame and fear and uncertainty. So he just looks around. He looks at the walls. He looks at the ceiling. He looks at the couch. He looks at the couch. He stops looking at the couch.
Is everything alright, Dalton?
Well, that's a bit of a loaded question. I'm all right. It's just I thought I'd just let you know about a couple of things that have been going on with me, seeing as you are trying to help me, and I know I'm still not used to how things are, how things really are, but I'm making progress. I'm finding it difficult to go outside during the day, during the night. I feel like nowhere is safe. And I know that I have maybe an advantage that some others don't have. What with my friend being around, friend is a word maybe I shouldn't use, but no, it's not that I don't. Sorry, it's speaking to me. She's speaking to me. I'm still getting used to it. Her, oh, this is gonna take a while.
It's okay. Take your time.
I I've learned something, and it is very morbid, but I'm learning that a lot of things in this world are quite morbid.
Quite true.
It's let's say that there are things that I can do, uh, things that some people would say magic. It's not quite. Think on like the scary movies where like, oh, things move by themselves, that kind of thing, but more.
Hmm.
That makes my other half tired sometimes. They put a little of their energy into what they do, and what I'm trying to say is, in order to keep my other half nourished and energized, I need to do things that that's worrisome. And I don't want you to walk in one night and see something and freak out. So I just wanted to let you know now. Um,
Believe me, Dalton, there are very few things that would freak me out at this point. Every creature needs to feed, and we all
I,
feed on different things.
I don't. When you put it like that, it's weird. I don't think of it as feeding. More of like,
Recovering.
yes, yes, that is exactly the word. They're recovering from being fatigued, and there is a way for me to recover some energy, but it involves how I got into this mess in the beginning. A way that I can get my energy back is to recreate my death.
Um, in what way, if I may
Well,
ask?
not to the full point. I can still die. I mean, I won't stay that way, but yes, I know it's more complicated than that, but she doesn't know that. Right. Yes. Um, I will sometimes, maybe, if it's okay with you, and only in the most extreme of circumstances, because I really, really would rather not do this. But if I'm in need of energy, I might need to hang myself again in the closet. Something about recreating death or the cycle of death, like in those movies and those comic books where the spirits are forced to relive their death over and over and over again. Apparently there's some kind of truth to it. I don't fully understand it either, but all I know is that if I do it, I get energy back. But I really would rather not. But I just wanted to let you know, just in case I need it to happen.
As long as it's done in hours where none of the girls are around, I can't object to it if it's something that helps you.
It's it's more of a last resort, and because I don't think anyone would want to recreate their death. It was painful and scary and all kinds of things that I wouldn't want to think about. But I just wanted to let you know, and no, I wouldn't put the girls through that again.
Then I have no objection to that. If you need anything of me, if you need support, if you need me to be there,
That's the
I
thing.
can.
I don't know how much needs to be replicated. I don't know if just hanging myself, God, that's weird, is going to be enough. I don't know if I need the prop closet and the act. I don't know if I need to be alone. I don't know if I need to be strangled by another person. seeing as I didn't actually hang myself. God, this is weird. But that is only one thing that I came here to say. The second thing was there is a lot of noise happening with the people that should have passed on. There is, I wouldn't say panic, but there's disturbances. And I wouldn't say that they're originating from here, but I just wanted to let you know that there are some people, because they are still people, that are rather uncomfortable. And I just wanted you to get the heads up that maybe something's not right. Like clearly something's not right, but uh, that something might be coming back somewhat soon.
In here?
No, not here specifically. The neighborhood, at least.
I see. Well, thank you for the warning. I wish I had more of that, honestly.
You're welcome.
I assume you
I'm
heard that happened.
the what? Sorry.
I assume you heard what happened.
I've heard a lot of things. The days and the nights kind of blur together, and I don't know what's real anymore. So could you remind me?
Well, there was an attack here at the club. Thankfully, we were able to hold them off and there were no casualties on our part. I don't know why this happened, but I'm making sure it will not happen again. That's why you see all these workers downstairs and why we've been closed for a few days now.
I think there's a way that I can help, but only in very specific situations. At least for now. Um, my other half, it can make a place extra special. It can. Sorry, I know. I'm still getting used to it. She can do things to a house, a location. Um, she can become one with it and it with her. Think kind of like a haunted house, but real.
Hmm, that's
Opening
interesting.
doors, locking them, windows, throwing things.
This is very interesting because I had something similar done. Although I don't
Well,
fully understand it. I don't believe you met this person. He's new to the city. But he has committed to protecting this place. In
what's his name?
his name's Talon.
No, I don't think I've heard of him before.
Yes, he recently arrived. He used to live in the bush pretty much all his life. And I don't fully understand his nature.
You hear a knock at the door.
Oh, excuse me for
Dalton
a second.
jumps.
Oh, it's nothing to worry about, dear. I'll just check out who it is. And he will get up from the couch and go and open the door.
You see two people. Your eyes immediately drawn to the figure who you suspect to have been the one outside. Your fear, your anxiety, your worst assumptions, perhaps, are confirmed. Alex Price stands before you. And to his right, your security individual with a glazed look on his face and a hand on his shoulder. Not tight, but it's resting there.
Oh, Alex. Didn't know you were back in town.
No? Oh, where are my manners? I I guess I mustn't have tried contacting you as fervently as I could have. Though I did try to send word. You didn't get any of my letters?
No, not really.
Oh, well, I'm sure I can follow that up at a different time. Uh, you, Cody? Cameron? Kevin? He's seemingly trying to figure out the name of Caleb.
Caleb.
Right, Caleb. Why don't you be a good man and wait for us downstairs? Doesn't that sound good, Tatiana?
I am not alone.
Oh! And then he kind of tilts slightly to the right to look at Dalton. Dalton's head is faced down, like eyes on the ground. Perhaps without him really realizing it, this was a very smart move for him to make. You might think the same, and Alex might be annoyed at this. Oh, right. Well, I am nothing if not a man of etiquette and manners. I will let you wrap things up, but I'm waiting.
Oh, thank you. You may have a beverage downstairs.
Oh, thank you. You're too kind, my dear.
Still smile. Fake, but
Mm.
I can roll for it.
No, it's all good. He doesn't move. He just kind of stands there smiling at you until you close the door.
Yeah, she will close the door. She will go back to the couch. Um, Dalton, I'm very sorry, but I might have to cut this short.
Oh, no, I understand. I didn't say that I was coming over anyway.
Neither did he. Listen to me. When you go out, do not look him in the eye. Do not say anything. Just, just try to go. He's not a very good man.
I feel that on him. I feel ill around him.
Yes, he does have that effect on people. I'm sorry to cut this short. I will come visit you.
All right. You be careful of yourself as well.
Nothing I haven't dealt with before, but thank you. And she will extend her hands to offer him a hug.
He will. He will hug you. This time it seems much less tense. Still some tension, but far less tense now that he's
Notice
sis-
that the hug is a touch more tighter than before. Like she's actually feeling concerned or something, and he can feel her being tense.
Mm. He will linger in the hug for a little bit. Perhaps even kind of do that rub, like on your back, to try and soothe you somewhat. Um, but then all hugs must come to an end, unfortunately. Though for a few seconds you find yourself in a small patchwork of comfort.
Yes, he will go and open the door, and Is Alex still behind the door?
No?
Okay. So she will escort Dalton downstairs to make sure that he leaves safely.
Mm-hmm. You descend, and you see immediately that Caleb is sitting opposite of Mr. Price, and he is not looking at him. He is watching the two of you descend, though his eyes seem to flit between you and Dalton with curiosity.
She will try to overcome the uneasy feeling of what the fuck is this guy doing to my people
Mm-hmm.
and walk Dalton to the door, give him a good night, and then turn back inside.
He will whisper, "Please be careful," and then immediately just walk.
She will walk towards where Alex and Caleb are. Well, Mr. Price, we can move upstairs to my office if you wish to speak.
Yes, I think that would be preferable, dear.
This way.
Thank you. You be good, Kevin.
It's Caleb.
And oh, right, of course.
And she will walk up the stairs. She will open the door to the office, wait for him to come in, and then close the door.
Mm-hmm.
And then she will go and sit at the desk and
Mm.
give him a gesture to sit on the chair opposite of her.
He looks at you, kind of cocks his head to the side a little bit. Eyebrow, one of them, of course, perfectly plucked, rises curiously. His eyes narrow as you make that choice. And he says, "Huh, all right." And then he will, as if you made a decision that was very, like, did you really make that decision? All right, like that, all right. And then he will sit down in the chair opposite you, not behind the desk. Though that sensation you feel is like, oh God, like, did I do something wrong? Like, oh God, like, no, not now.
Oh no, it was intentional. I wanted to sit at the desk behind
Oh,
the
yes,
desk.
I know, but you get that
Awkward.
feeling.
Well, yeah, whatever. I'm a rebel.
It's a bittersweet. You stuck it to him, but you also feel, oh God, what is? Oh my God.
Yeah, no. So, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Oh, can't a sire come and see their little girl?
Well, seeming as I'm not a little girl anymore, I'm 50 now. I'd
I
say I'm
know.
more of a young woman.
Oh, you'll always be my little girl, Tatiana. My goodness, you are beautiful. As stunning as the night I embraced you. You know, I saw potential in you. Such great potential.
Hmm.
You had all the traits of someone that could rule, someone that would do a really good job at it too. Mm.
She will start flipping on some papers on the desk. He's not giving him any eye contact, pretty much.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like, I'm busy, but I'll entertain you kind of way.
Mhm.
Yes, I realize you saw potential. You really couldn't wait to waste it.
Wasted?
Oh, come now, you didn't think that my potential was to walk around alone in this huge mansion for a decade?
What are you implying, Tati?
Implying? I'm not implying anything, I'm pretty clear on what I'm saying. It wasn't you that saw potential, seeing as my potential was realized after I was released.
Is that really what you think? Huh.
Sure seemed that way.
Well, I would have thought that a stunning girl like yourself would have the brains to match, to understand that while things might seem one way, turn out to be something very, very different. It's all a matter of perspective and experience, my dear. You didn't think that I'd abandoned you, did anything wrong to you. I've given you everything that you wanted. I protected you. I purchased luxurious items for you, took you into places that people could only dream of going. And you think that you're just, what, a bauble? I wouldn't waste my precious vintage on a bauble.
And you assume that you know what it is that I wanted?
I know a great many things about you, sweet, sweet Tatiana. But please, what is it that you want in these nights? I've heard some rather alarming reports.
Oh, please do tell. What is it that you heard?
Oh, but it is so
Rumors always amuse
shameful.
me.
Hmm?
Rumors always amuse me.
Yes, I do find them quite entertaining from now and again, but just not when it comes to my name and my reputation. No, I've heard rumors that you've been engaging in rather interesting dalliances with hmm, a certain, let's be kind and say a man, though I'm sure we both know whom I am speaking of.
Well, I can assure you I've been in the company of many men for the past.
Oh, yes, that makes me much better.
As for your reputation, well, let's just not go there.
Why? Do you have something to say, Tatiana? Please, I'm all ears. I've been nothing but kind.
You didn't seem to think of your reputation when you created Creed and all that came with it.
Creed is quite a man. He's a very interesting individual, and one that I saw potential in as well, much like yourself. Not in the same areas that you excel in, my dear. You are fine establishment, you are pedigree, you are royal. Creed has that gritty underdog charm to him, that suave, persuasive vibe that I really seemed to like.
That, or did you just wanted to stick it to Bianca?
Oh, come now. I'm not as petty as to waste my vintage on pure pettiness now.
Hmm.
Perhaps you think otherwise, but I do value the quality of my bloodline and progeny. Embracing someone is no small feat, Tatiana.
Yes, I am aware. All the more surprising. But even so, facts are facts.
The fact that I, what, robbed someone else of the opportunity?
Well, you were, after all, forced by the prince to release him right away. That says a lot.
Hmm.
Though
Yes.
I must admit that the slap on the wrist you received was a bit curious.
How so?
Well, come now. If it were anyone else, the punishment would have been a tad bit more severe.
Well, it's always good to network, make yourself useful, like you have with your people, my people. Hmm. But yes, you were right. The prince of this city didn't see the vision that I had. They too thought it was done out of pure pettiness. But like I told him, like I told you, I wouldn't waste my precious vintage on just anyone or for pure pettiness. We nobility of the night live a very, very long time. If I wanted to, oh, how do the kids say it these days? Stick it to Bianca, I would have created some elaborate scheme, I'm sure, not just a short sighted jab. I'm, I'm not that crass.
Indeed. But either way, the execution was quite poor. Maybe
Whatever
less sec-
smile was that?
maybe you should be less secretive about your plans. You might get more support.
Hmm. That smugness, that grin that he has on his face almost all the time seems to get a few shades darker. Not terrifying or menacing outwardly, but the secret promises of secretive secret promises of something bad. You might have been released from him. However, he is older. He is more experienced in the ways of the world and of kindred politics. Um, he is your superior. And so when he gives you that look, it is very much like the principal staring at you in specific as they talk about a very serious topic and you feel singled out. You feel when he looks at you, you don't look in his eyes, of course. You know much better than to do that. But even still, you feel a deep, profound emptiness within you. Passion, emotion, they drain away. You feel despair. You feel hollow. There is some doubt in your mind, a small whisper, if you can call it that, a small little seedling of doubt in the back of your mind saying, why fight? He's ahead of you in every way. Just stop. Save yourself the trouble. Just let it happen. And this is not your beast speaking to you. This is not an actual whisper. This is just your mind. This is you, or at least some part of you. I would like you to note that for the rest of this scene, you effectively have no anchors. Virtues, vices, touchstones, similar things that have mechanical effect cannot be used to regain willpower. You feel emotionally tired. And it isn't abrasive. It's not something that just overwhelms you in an instant, but it's more so like you have gone through a lot as of late. And this cherry on top of this cake of drama, it's getting a bit too much now. And you just feel this pressure, this just lethargy, just kind of like, this needs to stop. Everything needs to stop.
Well, why should we stick to the past, however? I believe you're here for a reason, so let's hear it. How may I help you?
Well, I wasn't lying when I said that I wanted to check up on you. You are my child. And for whatever reason you may think that I do not care about you, I do. I wanted to see how you were doing. I heard that there have been difficulties in your business ventures, and as I walk in these halls, I see that those words are true. But don't worry, we've all experienced hardship in business before. It's part of the package.
Nothing I can't deal with, I assure you.
No, I know, but would you like any help? It must get so tiring to do this all on your own. Well, I know you're not on your own. You have those mortals buzzing about helping you, I'm sure. But there's only so much the cattle can do.
Oh, it's not just the mortals helping me. As you said, I've been very helpful to many people, including the Invictus. You don't
Yes.
worry yourself, I'm getting all the help I need.
I also wanted to talk to you about your relationship with the lichen.
Yet another thing of the past.
Just a fling.
Just a fling.
Is this a lie? This is me out of character.
Uh, it's a halfway lie.
Make the roll.
Okay. Mm,
Now, instead of me rolling against you, I'm going to give you a penalty instead. And that is going to be at a -3.
-3?
He knows you very well. He's been around for quite some time and he knows about relationships. It's kind of a Deva thing. That plus blood sympathy.
Yeah, but blood sympathy gives me bonuses though. Too.
Okay then. Let's say -2.
Uh,
And you need more than 2 successes.
okay. I will also spend a willpower to.
Let me just check something real quick before you do that.
Oh, God damn it.
Uh-huh. Just reading something completely innocent. Okay, okay. You can spend willpower. You just can't get it back. At least, not right now.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah. Is it?
Oh no!
What did you get?
One.
Oh, so close. But
Sake.
so far. Do you want to make it a dramatic failure? Or do you want to just leave it for now?
No, I want to make a dramatic failure.
Yes. Take a beat.
Oh, fuck, the things I do.
For mechanical game.
This month we're beet farming, so yeah. Fuck my life.
So tell me again what you say to him.
She says, yes, just a fling.
His eyes first of all, there is an elongated, pregnant pause. It stretches on for way too long. It is uncomfortable. You can almost feel the silence crawling underneath your skin. You feel the judgment just as fresh as when he abused you in the many creative ways that he used to when you were still bound to him. And maybe it was just for a moment, but in that mindset and during this state of feeling this despair, this doubt in the back of your mind saying, why fight it? And him sitting right in front of you, your maker, the person that put you through things, there is a quiver in your voice. There is a small voice break, a little tremble of cowardice or doubt in what you are saying. And it drifts around the air. It oozes from the paint. It slithers along the ground. You know that was not convincing at all. You hearing the words leave your mouth, it's just like, what the fuck did I just say? How? You just have this feeling of like, how was that the best I could do? And he continues to look at you and wait. And if you go to speak, he raises a single finger as if to silence you. And he just drinks in this silence for a little more. Just rumors, you say. Hmm. How long have we known each other, you think?
A quarter of a century.
Hmm. It's quite a long time, don't you think?
Yes, quite so.
Hmm. Why don't you stand up for me? He actually stands up himself, moves to the side, away from the desk.
If that would please you. Hashtag sarcasm. Still stand up
Hmm.
though.
Look at me, Tatiana. It is rude to not look at someone when they are speaking, especially your superiors.
Well, I will look at him, but I won't be looking him in the eye. I will focus on the point
The
where his,
forehead or
on
something.
the forehead or where his hairline ends.
I'm sure you love that. Um, yeah, you know that he recognizes what you're doing, but he doesn't say anything about it. Maybe that's even worse than him pointing it out. It's just adding on top of the lies that you have just spat out like a child spitting out a pacifier onto the ground. He looks at you from top to bottom. He draws in close, but there is a stillness to him that is unnerving. No living thing could move like this. The muscles, the biology of the human body would not work this way. For the living body has small little ticks and muscle contractions and nerve responses that a dead body does not. So he comes in with a pale hand and he takes a small bit of your hair between his fingers that slides down his pale palm. And he looks at the hair. You recall one time when you lied to him and he shaved you bald, used your hair to create some kind of whipping device, which he then proceeded to beat you with for hours on end, command you to heal yourself so that he could do it again. So he holds your hair tonight. And then he lets it slip from between his fingers. And he takes a step back and looks at you again, not like you are an adult, not like you are a child, not like you are a pet, but like you were furniture, like you were art of some kind. Looking you up and down, analyzing you, looking for any imperfections, and at this point in time, you feel like you've got many. And he walks around you to examine you from a different angle. A noise of disapproval. You hear the sound of your office chair rolling, then the sound of weight being pushed against it. Why don't you have a seat, Tatiana? I am giving you the self-doubt condition.
What does that do exactly?
I will send it to you.
Life.
I'll read it out now just for everyone to know. Self-doubt. You are plagued by self-doubt and can't seem to muster your confidence properly. Anytime you make a roll without spending willpower, that roll takes a -2 penalty. Resolution: achieve an exceptional success or regain willpower through an anchor. So meaningful interaction with the touchstone in this case.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dramatic failures. And in my games, you gotta work for it. I'm sending it to you now.
Mm. She will sit down, but not where she's pointing. Like if he's pointing at one chair, she will sit on the other one.
You say you are more of a grown woman than a little girl.
I believe my exact words
I
were.
didn't ask you to speak. Good girl. You insinuated that you were a grown woman now. That I've let you go, that you have free will, that you are your own person. I find your moments charming, entertaining, let's say, here and there. But when it's a running theme, no, I'm afraid that won't do. When I tell you to sit, you will sit. Where I instruct you to sit. This may be your place. Barely. But you will still show me respect. I made you. And through proper channels, paperwork, and speeches, that can be taken away. What am I insinuating?
Oh, I believe that was a direct threat.
If that's what you choose to believe, listen and listen well. I've come back, as you can see, and I see you are elated by my presence. And while I am here in this city, taking care of my affairs, one moment. What a cliffhanger. One moment.
Elevator music?
No, I just thought I heard someone, which is really alarming considering that I'm home alone. I might like to do horror, but when it's real shit, not a fan.
Yeah, who would have thought?
Not a fan of home invasion. Okay. And was I before I had the shit scared out of me personally? All right. I'm back. And you will be showing me respect. You've had your rebellious streak for a bit now. It's time for you to grow up. You may look like a woman, act like a woman, not a girl. I've raised better, and I will not have my reputation or name besmirched by petulance. You will not spread your forelegs for a dog that thinks it is a man. Why do I have say over who gets to touch you? I made you. That flesh that is preserved perfectly till someone decides it shouldn't be is the way it is because I deemed it to. You still have potential. We can be powerful together. The only thing that is stopping your ascent is your pathetic, childish ways. Learn to swallow pride and do things that you might not want to do. That will show me you have the stuff. Until you show me personally that you can overcome these self bloomed problems of yours, our society will not accept further promotions. You will stay as you are in the rank that you are until the higher ups, me, see otherwise.
With all due respect, I believe that is the prince's decision to make.
I see you've learned nothing. That's all right. We have a very, very, very long time to spend with each other. And eventually, you will do as you are told. I'm sure the prince will be convinced of my vision. This is a remarkable place you have here, and I do hope that you are able to fix it, secure it, and see it flourish. If you need help, because it looks like you do, though you convince yourself otherwise, you can call on me, but you will do so in the proper ways.
There is a way that you can help me immensely, and that is allow me to deal with my own problems.
I've been allowing you to do such things, dear, and it has been rather messy.
Well, it's from failure that we learn.
Yes, so very, very true, Tatiana. But there comes a point where failure turns into ineptitude, and my line is not inept. You will fix this. You will.
It's already being fixed, regardless of your intervention. But thank you. It's heartwarming to see that you care.
Heartwarming. Hmm. I can't remember the last time that I've felt my heart beat. If we are being candid, you were always a disappointment to me. Always. I wasn't lying when I said I saw potential in you, but you squandered it. I wasn't lying when I said you were stunning, but you've used those looks for instant gratification. You are a whore. You are not beautiful to me anymore. You are not even second-hand goods. You are a sloppy hole that the entire city desperately wants to crawl inside and ooze in. You are a fetid, disgusting disappointment. Creed is doing better than you, and he deals in less than favorable things. How is it that you have fallen so far from grace, while Creed, someone who supposedly was born from pettiness and spite, flourishes? I see a position in the organization should he wish to change.
I can answer that. I can answer that. Yes, you see, you were in charge of me. He was instructed by someone else. Maybe that's the reason why. Ever thought of that?
I will admit, you have quick wit. But I assure you, you will be made to kneel.
I have a question.
What?
Why this fixation with me? It's been 25 years. It's been 15. It's been, yes, 15 years since I was released from you. So why don't you find a new protege? After all, as you said, I am a disappointment. I don't see why should you waste any more of your precious time on me.
I like to keep things tidy. When I make mistakes, and it's not often, I like to clean them up. And if you are a mistake, I'll rectify that. So, as a concerned parent, I am encouraging, motivating that you do better. Because, yes, I might select a new protege, but there are only so many positions available. And don't get me wrong, if you do not clean up your act, I'm not going to kill you. That's against the traditions of our kind. And I do not violate traditions unless I have to. But that is something that, well, I don't need to defend myself for something I haven't done. But it
Is it
would truly be unfortunate to see everything that you've worked for, everyone that you've grown close to, and all the comfort that you have coveted turn to ash.
You speak of tradition, yet here you are within my own domain, threatening me. Ah, how I missed this.
Who's that boy you were speaking with? He looked troubled, nervous, shy, in desperate need of guidance.
ask guidance.
From you?
Oh no, something far, far bigger.
I think. Yes. Yes, I think I will. Well, it's charming, as always, to speak with you. But I think I've gotten what I've came here for. Yes. Truly fascinating things. Your friends. Very entertaining. I feel like you will be hearing from me soon. In one way or another. Thank you for allowing me to speak with you in your illustrious home. It is still a home, isn't it?
It's a club. I
Well,
believe it says so on the entrance.
hmm. You remind me of Bianca. You do. Uh huh.
Hardly.
I think I'll take my leave. But yes, we should remain in contact.
Make sure to make the best of your time here.
Oh, I'm sure I will. Well, make sure that you uh, take good care of Cody and this club, and I'll be sure to send flowers.
I'll be more than happy to receive them.
Good. Oh, that's awkward. No, they're not for you. They're for that boy, Dalton. What's his name? Wasn't it? Yes, yes, I think it was. But thank you for your hospitality. I should be going. And then he will rise.
She will stand too. Please allow me to escort you.
Of course.
And she will.
Are there any final words that you wish to give to Mr. Price?
Nope.
No. Well, then you descend the stairs. He looks around, and everything in this club seems to not impress him in the least. And he will go to the door. You open it, and he will not go through it because he knows that you'll just close it on him if he does just leave, and you'll blame it on, oops, I slipped or something. So he will stay within the boundaries of the domain, and he will look at you, caress your cheek in front of everyone. Such a beauty. And then he'll leave. That touch is enough to make your skin crawl.
Yes, I will close the door behind him and then I will go and check on Caleb.
Mm-hmm. He seems to be in the male restroom, or at least that's where one of the staff members said that he had gone to.
Well, I'll send that staff member to check up on him.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're away for about 5 minutes. It's not too long. And they come out and they say, he's feeling a little under the weather, but he will be out in a moment.
She's going to pick up the phone
Mm-hmm.
and she's going to call Dalton.
Mm-hmm. Ring. Ring, 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 ring. Hello.
Dalton,
Hi.
I'm sorry for disturbing you, but I fear you might be in danger.
Okay.
Remember the man at my office?
Yes.
Somehow he knew your name, and somehow he knows that you're my friend and that I care, and he might want to use you to get to me.
Okay.
Would you be okay with relocating?
Yeah, I know of a place.
I can also send someone to stay with you,
No,
someone
if
whom I trust.
no, if that's the if I'm in trouble because of this man, sending more people will just bring more attention.
I just want you to be safe.
None of us are safe anymore, Tati. I don't think we ever were. But I have my other half that others really aren't equipped to face.
Then I hope that will be enough, because I don't know the full scale of what he can do. I just know that he can be very, very cruel.
What's he gonna do? Kill me? Been there, done that, come back. It sounds like he is walking the streets and not like at home. You hear traffic and the sound of like shoes on pavement. Is was that it? Is there anything else?
No, this is it. God, I hope he doesn't do anything.
You didn't do anything, did you?
Apart from standing up for myself as much as I could, that is, which is not even that much. No, but it doesn't really matter to him.
All right.
I will talk to you about him when when we have the time and we can converse. It's not something that can be said over the phone.
No, I understand. Uh I gotta go.
Please take care of yourself, Dalton.
Oh well. You'll hear from me soon.
Okay. Have a good night.
You try to do the same. Goodbye.
Bye.
Lights out. Camera fades. Thank you for viewing another session. The Siren and the Reef.